channel, it's milahgold here. I want to show you guys how I lay my hair and have my edges look very nice and make it last long throughout the day. I have like really coarse 4C hair. If you guys have never seen my face before, my name is milahgold and I make videos for women looking to look their best on the inside and on the outside. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. So the edge control that I'm going to be using today is from Healthy Hair Therapy. I'm going to do a 1-hour test, 2-hour test, 3-hour test, 4-hour test, and 5-hour test. I want to see if this edge control actually holds down your hair, especially when you have like coarse 4C natural hair, because you guys know the struggle. So anyways, without rambling too much, let's go into the video. So these are my edges. As you guys can see, and I have really coarse 4C edges, a very thick, very coarse. Today I'm going to use this brush because it has a lot of control. It's really sturdy. This is an alternative to the edge brush, so this is a good brush to use as well. By the way, the hat that I'm wearing is also from Healthy Hair Therapy. I really love this. It's like a silk cap to wear to bed. It just protects your hair. So one thing I love about this hat is the fact that you can actually use this to hold down your edges. So as you guys can see, this is like amazing. And you want to be careful because you don't want to be too harsh with your edges, because we got to protect our edges. This is what the edge control looks like. So you want to make sure that your edges are free of product. Like I would use water to soften the edges. I'm going to take some water on my hands. I'm just going to use that around my edges. You don't want it to be too wet. You just want it to be kind of like damp. Okay, you don't want it to be like running down your face. You just want it to be moisturized a little bit so it's easier to control. I'm going to take a little bit of the edge control and I'm going to use my finger to go around my edges so you guys can see. And you're going to want to work fast because these things sometimes tend to dry quickly. You want to work fast because it looks like this edge control is pretty sticky. The swoop, wow, I will say I'm really impressed. So there's a method to this. I don't want it to be too dramatic, but I want it to still look like I put in some effort. I'm gonna use my fingers to apply it over here, and I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna brush it down. The last step is you're gonna take this part, it's like the edge, the scarf part, you're gonna lay it all the way down. I'm gonna tie it down. Be careful so you don't give yourself a headache. Sometimes these scarves be giving like mad headaches. So I'm gonna come back and show you guys what my edges look like. I'm gonna do like the 1-hour test, 2-hour test, 3-hour test, 4-hour test, and 5-hour test. So I've had this edge control for about 30 minutes now. It's about 3:30. So I put this edge control at 3 o'clock. So this is what it's looking like after 30 minutes. I just applied my wig and so far so good. It's kind of still a little bit wet. I'll come back to you guys around 4 and I'll let you guys know how the edge control is holding up. It's about 4:15 p.m. so it's about an hour and 15 minutes since I applied this edge control. This is how the edge control is looking. So the edge control is still looking quite nice actually. So this is how the edge control is looking. It's looking quite nice. It's still laid. I'm really impressed with the edge control. It's only been an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna come back after 2 hours and I'm gonna let you guys know how the edge control is holding up. I'll be back in 2 hours. Alright guys, so it is 5:03 and this is what my edges are looking like right now. It's still pretty late actually. I will say that it's pretty late, even though I can see that my edges are starting to curl a little bit, but still pretty laid, still pretty flat. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to make your opinion on how the edges are looking like, but this is how it looks. It's 5:03 right now. I'm still on the same setting. So remember we put this edge control around 3 o'clock. So this is 5:03 and it's still looking really nice. I actually like the way it is. It's not moved, it's still laid, it's still kind of, it's drying up right now, but it's still like, it still stayed put. So really like how this is looking right now. I'll come back to you guys in another hour. Okay guys, so this is after 3 hours of wearing my edge control. This is how it looks. My edges are starting to curl back up, as you guys can see. It's still pretty laid. It's still stable and it's still in place. So this is how it looks after 3 hours. My edges are still pretty laid, starting to curl back up, but still pretty good. So, oops, make my hair look proper. That's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna end this video because I didn't film an outro. This edge control is given, like, it's very impressive. One thing I really like about the company is just the professionalism. The edge control was really nicely delivered and packaged. I really love the packaging. I loved how quick this product was delivered. As you guys can see, my edges are still pretty laid. I definitely recommend this edge control. Definitely give it like a 9 out of 10. I have no complaints and I highly recommend.